welcome back. I hope you're doing good. It's been a minute since we saw each other. I am doing pretty good, I'd say. For the stress level I'm in right now, I'm doing better than I thought I would. And I don't know if that is going to continue this way or if I'm at the verge of a mental breakdown. Let's find out. First of all, look at this. Cute, right? With a little macchiato in it. I did this. I it was me. It was me. I'm so proud of this. This is such a cute little cup for an espresso macchiato. I love it. I really love it. I had a lot of ideas about the topics for this new video, and I thought, okay, let's ask the audience, right? I asked you guys on Instagram, what would you like to see? So today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions and why your resolutions won't work. Yeah, right, they won't work. I was so happy that you voted for this because I really wanted to do this. I guess let's dive into it, right? Like in the last video, I've written down some key points for the topic we're going to talk about today. And I figured 5 key points for your New Year's resolutions to work. As always, these things we're going to talk about today have always a psychological aspect. Since I'm studying psychology, especially when setting goals, you need to understand your mind, your behavior, your habits. And yeah, these are all psychological things. If you understand your psyche, you're going to understand yourself more. You get to know yourself from another perspective. So you see, every year at the end of December, I was like, okay, what are my New Year's resolutions? What are the goals I want to achieve? What do I want? Do I want to get fitter? Do I want to have a astronomical body? Do I want to, I don't know, do I want to eat healthier? Do I want to get this promotion? Do I want to get into studying this and that? What do I want? And then I was like listing so many things. It almost felt like when you're online shopping and you're just adding to cart, you're just binge adding to cart and you don't even really remember what you added, right? And I felt like I was always pointing out things I didn't like about myself. I am really self-conscious about my body most of the time. It got better the last few years, but yeah, I'm still really self-conscious most of the time. And for me, it felt like that every year, no matter how I looked, I always criticized myself and I was always pointing out things about my body I didn't like and things I wanted to change in the next year about these body parts. It was like, okay, I'm going to get fitter, I'm going to lose weight. And then it didn't even last for a month. It didn't come out of a place of love, of understanding, of also knowledge, how things work. It was more like, okay, I don't like this about it, so I'm going to change it. That's like kind of what happened. I figured the first key point, which is really interesting or which is really important, is to set SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. When you're setting goals and you're like not really clear about it, for example, I want to get fitter. Okay, you want to get fitter, but how? What's your plan? Why? How you want to achieve it? That's the reason why they fail to achieve their goals, because they are not specific about their goals. Of course, I can say I want to drive a Lamborghini, but how am I going to provide for a Lamborghini? How am I going to make this much of money to buy me this supercar? Psychology behind this setting SMART goals is that When we have specific and measurable goals that we set ourselves, we engage the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is like here. If we engage this cortex in our brain, we're more probably to achieve our goal. The second thing about this is that when goals are realistic, they feel less overwhelming for us because we already have a plan established. We always see the end goal, but we have a plan. It's like a simple to do list for every day, I'd say. When you set smart goals, you have more clarity because you already have a plan, right? So when we have more clarity, we reduce our mental friction and we aren't in this fog state of brain fog state of not really knowing how to move and not really having a plan. The power of habit formation. Our goals often require to do things more often than just one time, right? That's when habit formation comes into play. You form habits around your goals or habits that lead you to your goals, you're going to achieve them because out of habit, you're just doing the things you need to do to get to your goal. I feel like most people think like when you want to build a habit, it's going to take so much time. At average, it just needs around 20 days to form a habit. So that's not even really a month. I feel like that we're standing in our own ways. Out of anxiety, out of fear, we're like, oh no, no, I'm not going, like I'd love to do this and do that, but no. I'm not that kind of person. Oh no, I'm afraid what people will think, or oh my God, I'm going to be judged. Let yourself free. Seriously, it's not that deep. Third point we have right here is visualization. This third point is my favorite point ever. You know why? Because it's also new to me, especially the Pinterest girlies. Um, will know the vision board making. It's like a whole process. It's like you're starting already a month earlier. So you have your vision board ready for January 1st, or you're going to do it with your friends in like the first week of January. I love this kind of idea. This is such a cute trend. This is so cute doing your vision boards together with your friends and have a nice evening talking about your goals, what you want to achieve, what your plans are. I thought to myself, okay, but does visualization really help us to achieve our goals? Or is it like a cute trend, social media trend everyone does right now? Positive visualization activates our reward centers in our brains. When we activate our reward centers in our brain, we get a kind of preview on how the thing will be. You're really engaging with it, also unconsciously. This may help you with problem solving on the way to your goal. One of the things I want to achieve this year is to run a half marathon with a friend of mine. For this example, for like the visualization, to get this preview of success for your brain and for yourself, like for your psyche, think of the satisfaction you have after running this half marathon or after, I don't know, achieving whatever you want to achieve. All of these things we talked about until now. Setting yourself smart goals, forming habits around these goals, having this visualization of your goals helps to create an internal motivation for your goals. If you are not motivated internally, you're not going to achieve your goals because you don't even want them. They don't feel like yourself. If you say like, oh yeah, I want to run a half marathon and you don't even like running, but you feel like everybody runs a half marathon in their 20s, which is like, is it just me or does everyone want to run a half marathon? If you set this goal for the next year or for this year, just because everybody does it and just because you feel like, okay, it's like kind of expected from you, you won't do it. And that's totally okay, because if your goals don't align with your identity and with your interests, why why should they be your goals? The last point we have really kind of sums up the thing I probably said 100 times until now, is planning. If you plan, it is so much easier for you, for your mind, and for your daily life to get to your goals. Break your goal into smaller goals. You don't have smaller goals on the way to your bigger goal. It won't be satisfying. Let's be for real. If you're like, I don't know, working your ass off for a bigger goal and you don't even get to celebrate a smaller goal, this is not satisfying, and you won't have joy. It won't make you happy. It probably just will make you feel frustrated, and that's not the point. You break it into your smaller goals, it's cooler. You're more motivated, you're internally motivated, and it brings you joy. You won't even realize how much you've come once you got to your bigger goal. So, first of all, set yourself smart goals. The second point was habit formation. Form habits around your goals to get to your goals, to implement it into your life. Visualization. Visualize it and visual every detail about it. I don't know if you've seen this. This was also like, I feel like a micro trend on social media some months ago, at least in my bubble of content. Write a prompt into ChatGPT. Write me a day in my life in the future. Here are the informations, or here are the things I want to achieve. I'm working as da da da. I live in blah blah blah. My partner is, I don't know. Get as specific as possible about it. I really loved it for me. One of my dream places I would love to live for at least some time in my life is in Sweden. And I was like, okay, so I'm not going to write Stockholm, Sweden into my place I want to live for this prompt. I'm going to write in a Scandinavian country. And I was like, this is so dumb. I was like, okay, if it's going to be Stockholm, then I know I'm going to be in Stockholm someday. And of course, ChatGPT wrote Stockholm into the outfit. ChatGPT was most probably primed from the other things I checked about Sweden, Stockholm. So, yeah, whatever. It really was a cool thing to try. It really helps you visualize the things you want to achieve, or how the things could look when you achieve them. And the last thing is to break your goal so it is more achievable, more enjoyable. I feel like this video would have helped me 2 years ago, I'd say, because it really, for me, felt like adding to shopping cart, but everything I wanted to achieve, I wanted to have, I wanted to be, but I never really realized all of the things behind achieving a goal. I hope this helped. I'm just here slurping my coffee out of my new little cup. I painted myself, and we're going to see each other the next time. I hope until that you stay safe. I hope you're talking nice to yourself, because that's important. You're important. And we'll catch you in the next one.